Welcome back to another episode of On the Rocks here on the Filmaholic channel. This is our unfiltered episode where we take a topic and see where it goes. Sometimes we go off the rails, sometimes we stick to it, what have you. The topic this week is what world, in terms of movies, would you like to live in and show? So we're going to pick one movie, one show. If we got to go into the movie or the show and live in that world, what would we choose? It doesn't have to be like sci-fi. It doesn't have to be actually a different world. It could be this world, but in a different time period or based off different rules or whatever. So that's what we're doing. And we're going to do movies first and start with that, and then we'll get to television when we get there. But yeah, do you want to go first, Ethan, or do you want me to go first?
I don't care.
Or Abel could go first. But, what's that? You want Ethan to go first?
Yeah, I want one of you.
I think he said Ethan, so.
For a movie, I chose Blade Runner.
Really?
That universe.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need your judgmental really.
Really, it would be pretty much the same time period, but in a completely different reality.
Well, yeah, I mean, the first one, yeah, just took place.
Right.
But it's not, yeah, it's definitely a different reality with all the futuristic stuff they have going on. I think it's just interesting with, like, everything that's set up in the movie. You have, like, the replicants. So you have that idea of, humans or not humans, like, the idea of having a soul, being alive, stuff like that.
Does that interest you of wanting to be there?
I mean, it sounds interesting. Yeah, absolutely. Get out here. I swear to God, if you chose Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I'm just going to rip you apart. That's 60s, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely interesting as far as all that, like the technology you have, and then especially like you know what takes place with everything crashing and then coming back up, like 2049, and then like, well, I mean, I'm including like the short films because I watch those. All the other information, stuff like that. I think it'd be cool to live in, but apparently you don't, so that's awesome.
I didn't say it wouldn't be cool, but it's just like, I don't know. It wasn't really, I guess it did cross my mind because, I mean, just like.
The rules either, very well.
There's not a whole lot of rules.
Well, there were.
You were wanting to put a lot more rules on it than.
Well, I had questions.
Than I wanted to put on it.
I had questions, indeed.
I don't know. Just like that world kind of scares me, which I mean, when we get to my show, it would kind of scare me too, but there's a lot more. I don't know. You can go off world in Blade Runner, right? Because they went off
many different worlds.
So we just don't see it in the movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know the process of it. Like, how wealthy do you have to be to get off the world? What job would you have at this point? Would you want to be what Deckard did?
No, man.
No.
I just want to do whatever I want.
Well, good luck.
Hopefully, I'm independently wealthy. I can just do what I want.
I mean, what is rent like in this version of Los Angeles?
It doesn't matter because I have enough money. It's not a thing.
Okay. Well, Johnny Walker's still around at least.
Yep. Still, yeah. Even 2049, we still got it. Leftovers, but still there.
Yeah. I mean, you got the cars too. They're pretty cool.
Well, I love everything about like the architecture, the clothing styles that we're supposed to have right now and we don't. So that's awesome. Yeah. Apparently, the genetic disorders. Curious Case of Benjamin Button, where he just ages.
I like modern day Los Angeles better than the version that Blade Runner.
You don't know. You've never been to this version.
No, but it doesn't seem like Los Angeles to me. Seems a lot more like New York, which I don't know, not kind of the vibe that I'm going for. I want to see like what Hollywood looks like,
That is burnt to the ground.
The Hollywood Hills are gone.
They are not making movies anymore.
Well, what? Yeah, are they not? Is that what the state of?
It seems like it's a rough state. But like with all the technology you have going on, like it definitely seems like an interesting place to live.
I don't know.
Apparently.
I don't even know, like, do they have TV anymore? Do we see a TV in Blade Runner? The first one? We don't in the second one.
Well, there's like 7 different first ones, so I don't know. Maybe in the original cut of the first one.
Oh, well, get you a Joy, keep you company.
Yeah, good.
And the Armis.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, you already guessed mine. I picked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Aw, dude.
Bastard.
Be in the 60s.
Yeah. I want to be in Hollywood in 1969.
You could get murdered.
I could. Because what would happen would be like, I would be like, okay, I'm going to do like Cliff Booth, and I'm going to go up there and try to stop it. And I would get killed.
Yeah, that is true.
Right in the face.
You're not going to be in that reality for long, I guess.
Nope. Gone. Should have called the cops, stopped it or something. Nope. Go try to stop it myself. I'm dead.
Just another victim in the Sharon Tate murders.
I got the can of dog food. Boom. Did not make it.
Cliff might think you're part of the hippies with that long hair, dude.
Yeah, I would have to cut my hair.
Yeah, and otherwise you're getting canned to the face.
I'm cutting my hair and shaving, definitely, before going.
That's a smart decision.
Went into the film.
That's a smart decision.
Um,
Which part of the film? The whole thing or just the August?
The whole thing.
What
But
you
see, like, here's the thing where it's like the rules. I don't know what you're considering the rules.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do?
Are you saying I can only stay in the time of the film? Because I don't say that.
I don't know.
I'm saying I could go there. I can't go before the start of the film,
Right.
but I can stay past it.
Well, you're going to be dead. We already decided that.
Well, let's say that I don't.
Yeah.
Well, if it's the reality of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I wouldn't even go at the end. Because Cliff handles it.
Well, what are you doing in between the 6 months where they're in Italy?
I'm making it in show business.
Oh, we got you.
Yeah.
So what if you're the one they come to kill?
I wouldn't get famous that quick. Not to live there.
Yeah. You don't know, man. One role.
Maybe.
Huge.
So much I could, because I mean, we talked about this. It's like, well, I mean, I want to make my own original stuff too, but if I wanted like an instant hit, all I have to do is like, there's so many screenplays, whatever. I could take films that already came out. I could take it back to 1969 and be like, hey, pitch this idea for the film.
Or movies that were going to come out in 1969. That way, you know they'd be hits.
Yeah, but they'd probably already be in development or something, or
Well, I
someone
mean,
that already had that script out there. I would look probably around like a decade ahead, some mid 70s or somewhere around there. But yeah, that's definitely something you would have to take in consideration of.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't get trying to think of a certain film. Like I'm not going to take Pulp Fiction back to 1969 and be like, let's make this movie.
I don't even know if I would choose a decade off.
I don't know. It just depends on what it is.
You got to consider like technology and like what's going on at the time. Like if anybody's going to adapt. Like I would choose movies like at most like 5 years.
I don't know. I say just depending on what it is.
So I mean,
but I could also, westerns are a big thing. That's what I was thinking at the time.
That's kind of the end of the westerns.
I could get the screenplay for like Hateful Eight and be like, hey guys, let's make this movie.
Who are you going to put
Logan.
What?
Who are you going to put
Logan.
Yeah.
Logan?
Yeah.
In the 60s?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. You set up a whole universe for that though.
Yeah, but just
I mean, you can have the story. I wouldn't say with the story because it's just Shane, so that's already been made. If you're gonna make it without the mutant factor, that movie just came out a couple years. Westerns are kind of done for.
like if I was probably like For a musical, I'll probably shoot for La La Land.
La La Land's another one I was like, that could work in 1969, I feel like.
Probably Star Wars. Obviously, that's a
Star Wars
big
is
one.
another one, but that's where I'm like, I don't know. If I went back to 69, I would probably make something else first and then Star Wars later. I would make Star Wars in the 70s still, but early 70s.
I would make it mid to later.
I'm doing based off the fact where if you don't want to get too close to it, because then that screenplay that might already be out there written by George Lucas, and then you don't want to be like, I had the script.
You just need to look it up first, like when he started writing it. Like, the year before, I got this idea. Because I can't. I think it's Glow. I know you hadn't watched the show, but that's what happens. He's like the wrestling, or he's like the director for the television show. He's like this, like I don't know if it's bad director. All this, he comes up with like these whole stories, blah blah blah. Oh, I want to make this movie. This it's like instant, this and that. And they're like, oh, that's Empire Strikes Back. That just came out. Yeah, what? Yeah, it came out years ago.
Oh, here's a Western for you. But it's from a video game, Red Dead Redemption.
Nah.
It would be good as a TV. Never mind.
If I was taking scripts of like westerns back to 69 to make, I would probably be like The Hateful Eight and Hostiles would be like the two that I would take.
Yeah. I mean, you got to figure westerns are on the decline though. Back in '69.
Well, yeah. I mean, you had Once Upon a Time in the West came out in '69.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It was already in development, but I mean, after the mid '70s, you can kind of kiss that goodbye.
Another one I thought about taking back would be like Inglourious Bastards. Take that back to '69. So I feel like that would still get made.
Maybe, but then you're just gonna kill Tarantino's career.
I'm not taking Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction.
Well, I mean, Reservoir Dogs would be one I think would be perfect for the '70s.
But you also got to think, this Tarantino, this is in his reality I'm going into though.
Yeah. So
it's not going to affect. Pulp Fiction actually exists in this reality.
Yeah.
As well as like Reservoir Dogs.
I don't know.
Inglourious Bastards. So Inglourious Bastards, if I made that film, it would actually be a true story.
Theoretically,
yeah.
I don't know.
Which that's an interesting thing too to think about in terms of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That World War II ended differently in that reality.
I mean, if that's how it takes place, yeah.
So
I mean, that's just a theory. His movies are connected together like that. Yeah.
But yeah, 69 Hollywood, like I love Hollywood in general, but being back there, so much more like before all of these movies that came out now. So it's just like a more of an open landscape of what you could make, stories you could tell.
Yeah.
There's not so many possibilities now. Of course there is, but
trying to think
the style
you could make.
What movies I can make?
I'm trying to think like other ones that would be big, like around that time or a couple of years.
Jaws would work in 69.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was written yet though. The book. I have to look and see what. I don't think it had been.
Well, you could just come up with the idea on your own.
Yeah.
Well, you just stole the idea to the guy who wrote the book. I already have this. I mean, you can make the Revenant back then. That's not really a Western, but I mean, you already had the story.
Yeah.
I mean, you could kind of pioneer that kind of cinematography too. Like, we're going to do it all in one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Revenant would be a good one to work back then. Put somebody like Paul Newman in the lead role.
Paul Newman, not Robert Redford.
No, not Robert Redford. He wasn't. I don't think he was that big. I think late '60s when he got his big start.
Well, yeah, Butch Cassidy. Whether that came out in '69.
He was a huge star in the '70s though.
Yeah, Butch Cassidy came out in '69. It's like you had several westerns in that year.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Hood had already came out. Trying to think of other movies in Paul Newman's career.
But
I mean, you could have them both in the movie if you wanted to. Robert Redford is the Tom Hardy character.
I would switch it around. I could see Paul Newman more as the Tom Hardy character.
Oh, you think he's going to give the better performance?
Dude, I don't know what you are taking. Leo definitely gave the best performance in that movie.
You're insane.
You're insane. Just all for Tom Hardy.
In that movie, yeah. People just look at Leo. All Leo because it's Leo. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, but then not only am I living in Hollywood in the '60s, but I'm also living in Tarantino's world, which is interesting, in itself. And I could make movies with Sharon Tate too. That could be cool.
Why?
Why? What?
Why would it be cool?
Because we don't know what her career would have been like.
I haven't seen any movies with her, so I don't even know if I think she's a good actress or not.
Well, let's go fuck myself.
I mean, she could be a terrible actress.
Would you make the Titanic?
No, probably
Catch it
not.
on the money.
I would rather make Jurassic Park or something like that. Because that'd be a huge cash in on money. Think about it. It was the
What about
biggest
Harry
money maker
Potter?
when it came out. Harry Potter?
No. You had to wait till the books were written.
Or you're saying I just write the movie and then it's like, but then they wouldn't have been received like they were if they hadn't been a book.
Yeah.
Based off of.
Yeah.
So.
Trying to think what else you can.
I mean, you can make something like Hacksaw Ridge.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of true stories you can make.
Yeah. No. I would definitely do Star Wars.
Star Wars sucks too.
And I would probably make it like in 1972.
Lose your cast.
I'd still have Harrison Ford. I would just have to, and I still have Harrison Ford, Alec Guinness, Peter Cushing. I would just have to recast Leia and Mark Hamill, or Luke and Leia, which would suck. But then when I made the prequels in the '80s, I would cast Carrie Fisher and as Padme in that. So.
God.
Excuse me? So I'd still keep her in Star Wars. Not sure about Mark Hamill. Because I just don't know, like, if I would put him as Anakin.
Yep. Mel Gibson. That's what we want. You'll put him in the movie and you'll like it.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, you thought that was the question. No, that's what's happening. That's absolutely what's happening.
Yeah, I would make the prequels in the 80s.
You could make a Dazed and Confused for the 60s.
Well, that movie sucks though. So. Nah. Yeah. Good. You can make Dazed and Confused in the 70s, and just have it the year it came out. The year it was supposed to be based.
I don't know, but then are people going to care?
Did people care when the movie came out? It was kind of a cult classic.
Hard tonight.
I know. My comedy career is on the roll. But yeah, well, Abel, what movie would you want to be in?
Oh shit! After the day I just had at work today, and with the stuff going on right now, I'll choose Infinity War. Instead of Thanos, it'll be me.
Man, you're just gonna snap everybody away.
You can't do that though. You can't switch places with a character.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it!
Because that completely change the rules here, or completely change everything.
Because then there's no Thanos.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
How would you get the gauntlet?
You're gonna get snapped away.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You're in the universe now. That's the movie you picked.
All right, fuck it. I'm in the universe now, but
You got snapped. That's it.
That was a quick day.
shit. At least I come back though.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. We just don't know what kind of world it's going to be like in 5 years.
See, I wouldn't pick one of those though, because it's like, you don't have a special power though? Are you saying how would you become a superhero?
Yeah, like a mutant.
Or what?
Like pretty much like the X-Men. I can say that now though.
How are you gonna get a power though?
What was that?
How would you get the power?
Mutation.
I feel like if you went into that world, you'd become a villain.
Damn.
You're not wrong.
You would go into that world and you'd want to be a superhero. So you go out of your way to try to become one. Like, for example, I don't know, because I don't know how you become a mutant.
Were you talking about like Syndrome and Incredibles?
It's been so long.
That kind of, well, I mean, he wants to be a superhero and then he gets cast aside, so he becomes a villain because he doesn't have any powers.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, it's the Incredibles. That's the world you're living in.
I mean,
You'd be like, oh, where's the spider that bit Peter? And you try to search it out and find it.
You take the opposite of the super serum.
oh, okay. I'll probably be like,
that's exactly what you would do, Bill.
all right.
There you go, because you're like Captain America. You'd be like, give me that serum.
If you say like villain and you told me no powers, I'll probably be like Mysterio.
But that would be still you trying to get that suit, though.
And he dies.
But yeah, but he still lifts his mark though.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, go for it. But then there's already your Mysterio, though.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I feel like if you go into the world, you can't replace another character. I mean, you could.
Because if that's the case, Matthew's going to be Cliff Booth.
Yeah.
I threw the can and hit him in the face.
Yeah, it was me.
Don't look like you like
if that's the case, then did you kill your wife? Like, answer the question, man.
That's my business. So I feel like you'd go into the world and you'd want to be a superhero. So you go out of your way to try to find a way to become a superhero.
You'd be a supervillain.
And then at that point, you would go down the dark path and become a supervillain.
Yeah.
So the question is, what hero are you fighting? Are you going to try to fight the entire Avengers?
Good
That's
luck.
an old move.
if fucking Simo did it, I can fucking probably do it too.
Well, you got to figure if you're in Infinity War, he's already done that though. He's already broke up the Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh, what I'm trying to say, like if a guy that can do it, I'm pretty sure I can too.
But I mean, yeah,
Not
I mean, I'm
like
saying,
the possibility of
but
doing not like saying like I have to do the exact same plan, but like saying I can do like something, but without having powers necessarily.
What would you do though?
you chose a weird movie to step into.
That was a moment, man.
This is gonna be the situation we find out where it's like that show
It's
they
like,
pitched,
all
like
right, here it
what
is,
happened
every
to
quarter.
citizens.
Well, it's just like at this point in Infinity War, you don't really know what the future holds for the Avengers. So I don't know what to choose. You either get snapped away or you don't, and then you come back, and now we just don't know what the universe is like.
You get killed during a random fight.
You were part of the Sokovia stuff, that building blew up.
No, God. Is that a building following you?
I came back for this. Man.
All right, you know what? Let's turn it back a bit. Doctor Strange, I have the fucking superpowers. I'll fucking fight.
You can't replace another character though. That's what I'm saying.
But
I'm a fucking soldier in the class.
So you would go to there.
Breaking like all these like, oh, I'm gonna make Inglourious Basterds, man. Let me have my fun, all right?
I'm not replacing anybody though. I'm just taking these ideas back to 1969. I'm not replacing anybody.
Okay, fine. Fuck Magneto. I killed the real one. That's it.
You killed the real who?
Magneto.
Magneto?
Yeah, Magneto never happened. I'll do it.
MCU.
Exactly. There you go. Not yet.
So you would go into the MCU and you would say, "I'm Magneto," and they'd be like,
"Hell yeah!"
Okay.
I gotta tell Tom Hanks, "Look at me. I'm the captain." I'm gonna be like, "Look at me. I'm Magneto."
You don't have powers.
So in your universe, you're not even like a main villain.
But I got the money of Mickey Mouse on my side.
You're not even Galactus. You're just like, I'm a secondary villain. It's like Dwight in The Office. Like, so in your universe, you're only making like $66,000 a year.
Yes,
You're
sir.
the manager.
Can you at least go in there and give us a Green Goblin?
Please.
Yeah, just give me a Durax. I can get them like those crispy, fresh waves.
A purple too. Woo! You wouldn't have a glider though. So.
Jack lanterns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Think like what you could do in the MCU. You could maybe like
Nothing if you don't have any powers.
maybe you could like steal an Iron Man suit or something, and you could be like the new Iron Patriot.
Well, that's Norman Osborn.
Yeah, but he's not in the MCU, so.
Yeah, I guess, dude.
You can make up a new character.
Okay.
But I thought about Inception.
Infinity War, so I can. Oh, fuck.
You're not getting the gauntlet, dude.
No, like,
You're not getting the gauntlet from Thanos. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, he's not giving it up without a fight.
You better be careful. You're not going to even get snapped. You're just going to get killed.
No
in the bushes, like when they were going back in time and turning the stone.
No resurrections this time.
Yeah. Oof. I don't want to see it, Bill.
Your neck just gets broken.
Yeah, like I want to see a shitty Star Wars in the fucking 60s.
70s.
1972.
What the fuck? I want to see a movie like that. In a certain type of mood to see the original trilogy.
Now, what would be interesting, though, is if in Infinity War you don't get snapped. You know, if you go with that logic, and then you lived that 5 years, and how the world would be different. Cleaner air.
But then everybody still comes back, so it doesn't really matter.
They do.
But then your air just gets messed up again.
Okay, if you're saying that, we gotta think about possibilities. Cleaner air, and then like maybe I can go to the political scene because possibly some politicians might be snapped.
Yeah.
Hope
Yeah.
so.
You could do that.
I can hope.
Well, they have different politicians in that world, anyways.
Yeah, people who are with Hydra. So that's also you gotta find a way to stop Hydra now that you know about it.
Pence would definitely be in Hydra if this was real.
No Hydra.
Trump would not. He would be too stupid. It would just they wouldn't include him.
I can see Ted Cruz in Hydra
Yeah, definitely.
with the beard.
Definitely.
With the beard he's got. Oh yeah.
He would be the guy in Iron Man 2 that was trying to take away the armor.
What about Mike Pence?
We already said that.
I just said that.
Oh, my fault.
He's trying to get snapped away.
He just got snapped for 2 minutes. And came back.
Oh, what about this, guys?
I don't fucking know. There's not really any specific settings I would like to live in.
What about Fast and Furious? Nobody mentioned that, dude.
I mean, you can basically break the laws of physics over there.
Yeah, I mean that's
not apply at all.
I mean, unless you get killed by one of them in the movie, apparently you can't die. Right? I mean, like, you can get shot however many times, and it's just like, oh, it's okay. Pull the bullet out myself.
I mean, you get over it.
Yeah.
They used to call me familia and all that.
Yeah, you gotta join the crew though. You gotta get some skills.
Family.
Yeah, you can get in a fight with The Rock and just get like thrown through a building and be okay.
Well, I gotta lose, cause.
Oh yeah, you're gonna lose if you fight Dom.
Well, no, you can't. It's not that you'll lose. You just can't. There's no clear winner.
That's between Dom and that's between Vin Diesel and The Rock though.
Yeah.
Anybody else, you're
going down. I would just break the contract. Just beat him to a pulp right there on set.
I mean, you could drive like a piece of shit car backwards until it explodes.
And win the race.
And win, yeah.
That makes sense.
I earned your respect.
Okay. Give me that car. John Wick would be cool, only if I'm John Wick. But
yeah, no thanks.
I don't think so. I can't remember. I thought about Bad Times at El Royale, like that scene.
What's different about that world?
No, I mean it's just 60s.
Oh, that's right. I forget that movie's in the 60s. I've only seen it once, but.
You will show that movie some respect. Bad Times Walk.
I'm surprised you haven't picked a Western.
Who wants to live in the West, dude? There's no air conditioning.
You would not make it. You're just like, oh, son of a bitch.
Who would want to just choose that life?
God. Sweating like a pig.
No running water, no electricity, no air conditioning.
Yeah, you can be like Ace Ventura when he was inside that rhino.
This is worse than the meat sweats.
Constant. This video is over.
Oh.
You're constantly just getting shot at because somebody has just like a temper.
Yeah.
No. Well, if I did go back to that time, I would bring like my automatic pistol. That way I don't have to really. Yeah.
Man.
You guys are done for. Yeah, 6-shooter is not impressive at all. I just put a new clip in the gun.
Yeah,
I will be in charge.
Trying to think. Other movies that I would want to be.
Ex Machina would be interesting. Like after the movie ends, like find out what she does. I know you
I
had some
can't.
on your list.
That I want to live in that world?
Just live down there. Work with Alien.
Well, that's what I was like. I'm trying to pick, with Once Upon a Time, it's, mainly that it's in the 60s. That's like, I want to go live in the 60s in Hollywood. And it's essentially Tarantino writing this world, too. So hopefully I just don't get killed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could get killed in the next scene. I don't know.
But, there's another one that I would mention, but I'm not going to because I'm going to save it for the show, which we were going to talk about here in a second. Unless you want to go ahead and jump into that real quick.
I would say I chose Mad Men for my shows.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, Mad Men was what I was originally going to choose for my shows because of the 60s and the whole thing we were talking about. But then I decided to switch it because I found a way to switch both of them and get in a win-win. So essentially, I'm doing the same thing I had to begin with, but just different properties.
Did you choose Bounty Law?
No.
It counts as a real show.
So for the shows, the show I chose was The Mandalorian.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Why?
You could just get murdered at any time, just like a Western.
I could, yeah. But see, that's what I was thinking. Originally, I was like Star Wars for the movie. I was going to choose Phantom Menace to start at the beginning, and then I was going to choose Mad Men for the show because of the 60s. But then I was like, I want to be in Hollywood, so if I was going to be in Mad Men, I would leave New York, and then you can't really leave New York because that's the show.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You can still leave New York, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd rather switch it because to me, I'd rather be in Hollywood 1969. So I went ahead and changed that. And then I was like, for the show, I'll pick Star Wars because that's a good point, I think, to jump into Star Wars and be in that world because no matter what age you are or whatever, like you've already survived everything else. So like I'm gonna say I'm at my age, 25. So me, I've already survived. I don't have to worry about the Empire anymore at this point. That war's over.
Palpatine's alive, dude.
No, he's dead.
The dead speak.
Palpatine's dead. The Empire lost. I mean, they're still around, from little like remnants of them, which you see in the Mandalorian. But I'll just stay away from them.
I go to different planets.
Yeah, right. So like, overall the Republic starting back up, good things happening in a lot of places, bad things, happening still around too, but just avoid them. I get a ship, get a job doing something cool, like whatever Han type thing, smuggling, or I don't know.
Yeah, you are good at it.
I have to check out the Star Wars Indeed page and see what jobs are available in the galaxy far, far away.
You could be a bounty hunter.
I could. I don't know, I don't know. Maybe. Or I might just be in the bar that he's in the first scene and then go my own way.
Oh, yeah. Well.
So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, all these different worlds I get to go to, all these different species, people or whatever.
And you would only get to go to those worlds if you have a ship, though.
Right. Well, I'm going to have a ship.
You got to get a ship, yeah.
I'll steal one.
Taking your ship.
Yeah. Wait till somebody passes out of the bar.
Yeah, well, you got a point. Yeah.
Take their keys or whatever and get on the ship and leave.
I chose Mad Men because it was the 60s, though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're in New York, but then you also, like, see all the stuff. I'm only on season 3. So
you have to work at an ad agency in New York.
I don't know everything that happens, but, like, first of all, I will say they're cool characters that you just get to drink while you're at work. That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
And that the job pays for it.
Which I will say, a lot of stuff that's based in olden days, 60s or before or whatever, a lot of shots you see that places have whiskey or in their office, which I think is, I mean, they should bring this policy back. But
bring it back. What's the problem? Clearly they were successful with their jobs. But then not only that, like you get to, like say, you still get to experience the 60s, even though, if you want to say you're just in New York, even though they do travel some.
You can go to other places.
Yeah. So, I mean, you get to experience the 60s. all the concerts you could go to. Everybody, like say that that one guy went to see Bob Dylan live. Like, oh, I could see Johnny Cash live. I'll be incredible. Then, like I say, if you're still, it depends. Like, say, if I'm 25 in the 60s, I still get to experience, 70s, 80s, 90s. Oh, like, it'd be incredible to go to all these shows. All the movies you get to see, like I say, I get to experience Star Wars, opening night. It would be incredible.
Yeah.
And I get to still drink at work. Hand it over.
Be chain smoking too.
No, I would not chain smoke. Nope. That's not gonna happen, dude.
Dude, you gotta smoke these Lucky Strikes.
You're not smoking in my office.
You're not gonna make it.
Well, no. Bert, I haven't seen him smoke yet, so
I don't think he does.
I would be him. Like, take your shoes off in my office. Get out of here.
Abel, what you got?
God damn it, man! I'm still.
He said, "I'll choose
Madman, but he took it already.
You would choose Mad Men?
I would, but I mean, yeah, but he already took it, so I really don't.
If I wasn't white, I don't know if I would choose the 60s.
I'm halfway through season 3, so don't know what else happens.
I don't know, like I was thinking about Friends, but I was just like, that's like just going back like 20, 30 years ago.
Friends?
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about it, but that's like basically going back like 20, 30 years ago.
Oh, so you say so you could just be in the 90s?
Yeah, I'll go with that. Just so I can like. It's
you really like those characters? You could live on that in that apartment building.
Not the apartment building.
Those characters suck, dude.
You can make your moves on Rachel.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
It's gonna end before it started, man.
Just not cheat on her.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not stupid like Ross.
Yeah, Ross sucks, dude. One of the worst characters on the show. He is probably the worst character on the show.
I don't know why people feel so bad about him. Like, whenever I watch him, he was like, God.
Screw that guy. That's what you get.
You're on a break.
You get what you deserve, dude.
They end up together.
Rachel or Joey's the best character.
Joey, definitely not the best character.
I like
Get out of here.
Chandler is like his sarcasm.
Rachel's the best character.
I said Rachel or Joey.
Rachel and then Chandler.
I'll go Chandler, Joey.
I'll put Rachel then Monica. If you're not including Joey on that, Monica's after Rachel.
All right, Monica or Rachel?
Rachel.
Monica would be 3. Rachel, Chandler, Monica.
I'd be Rachel, Joey, Monica for me.
Yeah.
Then probably Phoebe.
What if you lived in the Scream world?
Oh, man. Oh, no. That would suck. That would suck, dude.
Yeah, it would suck.
You could just get killed at any second. I just wouldn't trust nobody with a mask. You got a mask, you can punch in the face.
Would cartoon shows also imply to this?
Yeah, you can choose a cartoon.
Yeah.
Here's one. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, no, thank you.
I don't know anything about that, so.
It's on Netflix. You can watch it now.
I'm not going to watch the show ever.
It's a really good show.
I
So
don't
it's like on number 1 on Netflix now. Dude, I would choose Rocket Power. Get out of here. You get to choose.
I don't know.
I don't even know what
say,
that
like,
is.
Avatar.
Rocket Power?
What is rocket power?
Skateboarding in California?
Oh man, I didn't like that.
There, get out of here. You didn't like it as a kid. I bet you like it now.
Well,
Yeah, I
we're
know what
even
that
now.
is. I didn't like
I
it as
will never watch The Office, and you will never watch Avatar. So we're
You've
even.
never watched The Office?
I mean, I
Are you
tried a
not
couple
gonna do
times,
the
but
rewatch
I
with us?
really last the first season, man.
Yeah, we already talked about this before. I don't know what your problem is.
That shit was fucking overrated.
Underrated.
It's not overrated by any means. It's the best TV comedy of all time.
It is not.
It
It is.
absolutely is, Abel.
But you haven't seen it.
I gave it 2 fucking no.
2 episodes.
Then I watch highlights and shit.
You like Mad Men though?
Yeah, that shit is good.
Oh my god.
How much have you seen of Mad Men?
Shit, good enough to say it's good.
He saw maybe 2 episodes.
Stop fucking robbing your beer. You look like you're trying to you're trying to prove a fucking point, man. Fuck off.
Ah.
I'm 3.5 seasons in, and I think it's just mediocre.
Hey, I'm tired of you talking shit about Mad Men.
I don't know what's so good about it.
You know, give it respect to deserve.
Reserved.
It's not The Office, I'll tell you that.
No, The Office is better.
Yeah, I don't know what your problem is with The Office, Bill, but this disrespect will stop now.
I remember we worked with somebody and they were like, I like Parks and Rec better. And I was like, goodbye.
That's like season 8 and 9 of The Office.
Parks Rec, I actually enjoyed the hell out of it.
Oh man, get out of here.
Just, Parks and Rec, I'm not saying it's bad. I enjoyed the first 5 seasons.
It's okay.
I think 6 and 7 are bad of Parks and Rec. Especially, there's parts of those seasons.
I wouldn't say it was bad, but it was just the should be just.
I would say it was bad. I mean, there's parts that I like in those seasons, like the scene with John Hamm was kind of funny, but it's just way too over the top.
It's season 8 and 9 of The Office. That's what it is.
Kind of.
It's watchable.
Yeah.
How dare you?
The Farm, that spinoff of The Office, they almost made The Farm. That's what that would have been like. And no.
Yeah. You said no.
No. But yeah, I mean, The Office would be another one where it's like I wouldn't choose that because first of all, I don't want to live in Pennsylvania or Scranton.
I don't know.
And I don't want a cold, dude. No.
Yeah, you don't like the cold at all.
No. Fuck that.
I wouldn't mind living there, but it'll be the weather.
Not for me. I mean, it would be a cool work environment, but
it would be incredible to have Michael Scott as your boss.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I would absolutely dress up in a uniform and fake mustache and go sabotage the other branches. Poach our people.
Jim, you have to sleep with her.
Huh?
What?
What did you say?
Jim, seduce her. Sleep with her.
I'm not going to do that. Stop using my real name.
But yeah, if I went into Mandalorian, at that point too, at 25, so 30 years added, 25, I'd be 50 during the time of Force Awakens.
Man, you were a goner.
Why?
Let's get this guy out of here. Are you going to live on Tatooine?
No. Why would I live on Tatooine? Why would anyone live on Tatooine?
You're not going to live on Hoth either.
No, definitely not. I'd rather live on Tatooine.
God, it's so hot there.
It's better than the fucking cold. And monsters crazy. Chasing after you too.
I'd cut them down.
I would be a collector too. That would be one thing I would do if I was in the time of Mandalorian. I'd try to go around and collect all Jedi artifacts and Sith artifacts.
Yeah, somebody can kill you for it.
Shit, good luck.
Okay, thanks.
Somebody just kill you for it. He has Darth Vader's helmet. You're getting cut down.
I'd probably get cut down by Kylo at that point.
Yeah.
Later on,
You can have it, dude. Here, take it. I got this for you.
if he shows up, yeah, you can have it.
I had it over here. I was waiting for you to show
It's just on the mantle.
up.
But yeah, it's like other shows. Like One Tree Hill's my favorite show, but it's like I'm not gonna pick it because it would just be living in
Tree Hill.
Tree Hill, the normal world, but with these characters.
Well, that's what I thought about, like 13 Reasons Why, and I was like, nah, it's just a normal high school.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens after season 2, so it's like I don't want to stake my life on that. Game of Thrones, no, thank you.
Yeah.
You could die any second. I think I'll take my chances somewhere else.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but then you got to be animated. I don't know what all that implies.
What do you mean?
You could be the villain.
There's like an episode of Supernatural, and they did that one time.
No, not that show.
Not that one.
You watch Supernatural, but not The Office? That's messed
Wow,
up.
I think the guys that watch One Tree Hill. Like, I'm going to take shit from
One Tree Hill is a better show than Supernatural.
shit from YouTube. I watch One Tree Hill.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
You mean the guys who were in One Tree Hill. You'll show some respect.
I don't know, man. I don't like The Office. I don't like that shit anyway.
We were in there for a split second, dude.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Where's my badge? My medal.
Oh, here.
Where's my cookie? I wish I was in The Office. That'd be incredible.
That's the IMB, and I'm being serious.
No, you have to pay to get IMDb.
Yeah.
What?
Well, if I pay, you got to pay for IMDb Pro.
Yeah.
Is it?
Like, I mean.
100%.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm sure when you get famous, it doesn't really matter. Like, oh, cool. This much a year.
Well, I don't even know if you sent. I guess your agent does.
Yeah.
I don't really know how that goes, but even if you don't create the IMDb yourself, they probably create it for you, and maybe you don't pay for it. But at that point,
can't edit it.
Yeah, and the people that you would have to be in a production that paid you, like, I mean, which we got paid for One Tree Hill, but it's like it was an extra. They don't add extras to IMDb.
Oh, because like.
But now, if I had an IMDb, it would be on there.
You could put it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I learned this thing was like if you were like an extra like on certain shows like on CW, NBC, or BET, like so on and so forth, but not like but one of those like over the top bad shows. One thing I learned was like you kind of want to take those shows off your resume.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You want to take it off your resume?
No, like yeah, it's like they were like yeah, so you can have a better chance of getting a better job, a better role. Because if they saw like if your name was on like just put it like name a bad show, a really, really bad show. But it's popular for some reason.
Supernatural.
I'm trying to think of one, and I don't watch bad I don't watch bad stuff. That's the problem.
You didn't like what? How to Get Away with Murder or something, or was it Scandal? Something you watched?
Pretty Little Liars.
Okay.
That was terrible, but people liked it. Bill was a fan of Pretty Little Liars.
He said, "How dare you?" I remember it didn't work when we applied to Hollister. They were not impressed.
We put that on our resume.
Really?
I actually got a job. I actually got an offer to work at Hollister one time, but that was when I was 16.
Yeah.
I mean,
or was it? I guess I was 16. I was 16 because I had skipped school, and went to see a movie, and then I went to Hollister, and the girl that was working in there was like, "Oh, how would you like to work here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I walked to the back with her to like get an application, and she was like, "You're 17, right?" And I was like, "No, I'm 16." And she was like, "Oh, you have to be 17 to work here." So I didn't work at Hollister.
I know the place that's super picky as hell. Like if you go to a mall, it's Abercrombie. Well, back in the day.
They just tell you to take your shirt off.
Yeah.
Nah, this is like when the belly had the little pregnant belly.
What?
You work there?
When I was fat. This is when I was fat.
They told you to get out?
Oh, I think deep down they wanted me to get out.
We don't want you shopping here. Definitely not working here.
I don't want your time here. I was about to say, fuck you.
Well, that was like my least favorite of the 4 big chains back then, though. So
You will change that right now. You liked Aeropostale more?
barely.
Oh, man.
I mean, as far as like going in the store,
Aeropostale's the worst.
as far as like going in the store, God, dude.
I just felt the cheapness seeking from the walls.
Abercrombie and Hollister, you couldn't see anything. God, it's so dark in there. It's like they wait till you get to the register. Like, oh, you couldn't see the price tags. Like, it's too bad now.
I liked Hollister. That was probably my favorite when at that age.
Eric Eagle was always my favorite.
But then Hollister started getting really like, well, I mean, come on, guys. These are not great stores. Shop at better places. But I'm saying, as a high schooler, I liked Hollister because I liked the Southern California aesthetic they had going on in there.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't tell what the aesthetic was because the lights were so dark.
It wasn't that bad. You could see.
Couldn't see anything, dude.
Old people can't see anything. It's so loud in here. Smells bad.
What you could see was filled up with like cologne smoke. Just like, oh, what's happening?
Grandma just trips in the middle of Hollister. Lights out.
She's a goner.
They just like push her underneath the clothes. Can't see her.
Gift card for her grandson, and it just didn't happen.
Oh, Bill, like that lady coming at Regal, and I told her to go back to her car.
Damn, it's messed up, dude.
I didn't tell her to go back to her. She didn't have her ID. You had to have her ID to go back to, but by.
Like, remember that lady that like fucking had to go get stitches because of you?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that fell on the curb. That's messed up, dude.
I was like, oh man, she must have not wanted that gift card.
Hey, Ethan. I remember one time, Matt was like, he came to work really sad and everything. He was just sad. And then he was just like, and I was like, hey man, what's wrong? He was just like, I think you said I killed the bunny.
That's not funny, man. I told Ethan about that recently.
You were like, I killed the bunny. I was like, what the fuck?
He gets all messed up about running over animals.
I didn't kill the bunny.
This man can't even watch movies without like an actor dog dying.
I had a bunny.
It's half a star off the movie, Bill, if a dog dies.
I mean, I still cry, but I know the dog's an actor though. I fall for it every time.
Yeah.
Or you could just not cry, and
or you could just have no emotion. You would fit in well in the Blade Runner. Am I a replicant? Michael.
We could be.
Am I a replicant?
I think you already know.
You would understand the reference, Bill, if you watched The Office.
Yeah.
I don't care for The Office.
You didn't watch it. Yeah, you don't get it. I think you already know.
$50 to see the one episode.
What'd you say?
It's the greatest television show of all time.
You could live in the Andy Griffith Show.
Fuck no, man. I'll die. Both of them will not save me on time.
There's no killing in that show.
Yeah, nobody does.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was about to say something, but never mind now.
Yeah, go ahead and say it, dude.
Oh no, man. We gotta build up the brand first.
All right. Well, if you guys do you have any more shows that you would want to live in?
Rick and Morty.
God, I would slit my wrist.
Everybody talks about that. I don't even know.
Like 4 episodes, and I just, no, thank you.
I don't know. You have to be really open-minded. Like, I don't know.
Maybe
Like, if
Superstore.
What was that?
Superstore.
I just couldn't take some of the characters.
Jerusha.
I'd get fired. I'd get fired, dude.
Yeah.
I would. I could not take it.
Other shows. Yeah, I don't. Most of the other shows that I'm like a big fan of is like it would be the same, you know, reality just in that situation.
Yeah.
I can't think of any. Choose Dawson's Creek. You go to the 90s.
Yeah. Early 2000s, I think.
What?
Does it end in the 90s or is it early 2000s?
It ends in the early 2000s.
Yeah. So who wants that?
What's that supposed to mean?
Bad. Bad music, bad movies, bad clothes.
Miss it out, man. The best music.
Get out of here.
Avril Lavigne. Green Day.
Green Day was already big in the 90s, so.
Yeah, but not American Idiot.
Well, that's late 2000s.
American Idiot?
Yeah.
Oh, late 2000s.
Mid 2000s?
Mid 2000s.
That's the end of their career right there. That was a good album. I don't know what your problem is with that. You'll show some respect.
Fuck you, Tom Selleck. You need to rewatch that movie too. Yes, man. You're missing out. You would like it.
Why?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But Bill, do you have any more to add?
I don't know.
No. You still think about how to get that Infinity Gauntlet?
Probably made $17 tonight. Fuck that.
Sick.
Fucking hell. Probably made
All right.
$17.
Guys, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys next time.